Hey everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of the JoyClicks podcast. It's February 22nd today, and we're here to talk about video games we've been playing, some news, and other stuff. I'm joined by my other host, Christian Buckley. What's up?
Hi.
Hey, how you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm excited to be back. Excited for a new episode.
Hell yeah. How'd your week go? You play any games or anything?
What the fuck, though?
I played one game. We're gonna talk about it. I know it's on your list. We're gonna talk.
All right, let's just do that.
That's the only game I played this week.
Let's just do that now. Christian Buckley, how good is Tetris 99?
I meant Crackdown.
Oh, fuck. Crackdown sucks. That's all I gotta say. I played 10 minutes of it because I had the Xbox Game Pass trial. I'm not gonna play any more of it because I only paid $2 for it, so it's not really. I'm not gonna act like a high roller here, and not to flex, but I'm just not gonna play Crackdown anymore. They got my $2. It's over. Uninstalled. It's a shame. But I was hoping, Christian, you would talk about Tetris 99.
I was being facetious. I wanted
fuck.
to get Crackdown out of the way. I don't own an Xbox, man.
All right, that's fine. I'm playing it on PC.
Okay.
Well, anyways, Tetris 99 is like the best game ever made. Holy shit.
It's really good.
I was down
really
in it
good.
last week. I was like, I don't need another Tetris game. I got Puyo Puyo and Tetris Effect. But honestly,
Then
Tetris
you gotta win, right?
then I gotta win. Well, honestly, before I gotta win, I was like, oh god, it just clicked. Like the first game, I was like, I see how amazing this is. And then I got to like number 3 in my first game. And then I don't know if I got to like some kind of like weird like good at Tetris pool. Because every game I played after that was so hard. I would only get it wasn't that hard, but I would get to like top 20 rather than that top 5 that I did that first round. Until maybe like 10 games. Oh, sorry, continue. Sir?
I've noticed that probably after, we're East Coast, so probably about like after, I want to say maybe 9 or 10, it gets real hard.
After 9?
Like just the player pool, I guess, if like overseas comes into play or something.
All the West Coasters after work.
I don't know.
It could be.
I don't want to brag or anything, but Tetris is probably one of the only games I think I'm actually good at.
Yeah. I've seen your plays.
Yeah, so my first round I won.
Oh, sick.
But then I went on a streak of not doing well.
Oh, yeah, see, that's what I want to ask. It's like, does that game have some really crazy pooling systems to where you did well, now you're only in the winner's pool? Because, like, after I won that first game, after, like, 20 or so games, I can't win anymore. I get someone, like, starts attacking me while I get in the game. And, like, I'm out by spot 50.
Yeah, I'm not sure. So far, I think I have 4 wins, maybe 5.
Oh, shit, I only have 1.
Oh, yeah. Well, it took me a while to get my second, and then I got a couple back-to-back after that, but yeah, I've noticed, I don't know if it was just messing with me because of knowing and realizing I just won and having that feeling, but it felt like I was an early target the following round after a win.
Yeah.
So I don't know if there's a way to target people who win or something like that, because the targeting system, which the game does not do a good job explaining.
No, yeah.
I'm sure you probably saw the same Kotaku article that I did about how to actually play this game.
Actually, I didn't, but can I ask you, are you playing the game in handheld mode with the touchscreen?
It's touchscreen?
Apparently, you can use the touchscreen to press any target you want to.
I didn't know that.
That's what I'm hearing.
But I have been playing in handheld mode because for some reason I feel like I'm doing better that way.
Yeah.
I did play a little bit with the Pro Controller once I came back to my place and I had actual access to my Pro Controller because I was gone the weekend and just did it all in handheld mode. But yeah, I really like Tetris Battle Royale. I think it's very, like, competitive Tetris isn't a new idea.
Right. Well, I mean, it's one of the biggest omissions, I think, of Tetris Effect. That game wasn't really going for that. But a Tetris game, you always feel like there's got to be a real good multiplayer mode or something. Like Puyo Puyo Tetris has some great multiplayer modes.
That's actually one that I never got around to playing much, but most of my Tetris playing throughout my entire life has been solo, or at least just leaderboards.
Yeah.
Loved Tetris Effect. Tetris Effect was my 4th favorite game of last year, I think. good chance that Tetris 99 ends up on my top 10 this year because I'm having a blast with it. It's probably going to be the reason why I get a year of Switch Online at this point.
So I did that. I bought it. I don't know if, like, it was kind of a big deal because I said I wouldn't get it, but then I had to play this Tetris game everyone was talking about. But
right, yeah, it's worth it, honestly.
I mean, if they keep on doing cool stuff like this, I'm okay with it. Like, just make it more frequent, you know. But this is way better than the NES offerings. Even though I love those games,
for sure,
they could do so much more with their classic library if they did systems other than the NES, you know. But yeah, I was gonna say, I guess I just completely forgot. But oh yeah, I did the family plan for Nintendo Online.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I found some guy on a Reset Era. He did the $35, split it up by 8 people, got me and my friend on it. It's like $475 a year.
Yeah, that's
pretty
crazy.
Great. I can still buy the NES controllers on that store. So
oh, really?
I may do that, honestly.
Wait for the Super Nintendo controllers because
I want them all, dude. I gotta collect them. You know?
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, I will say I have a because the Switch D-pad, the Pro Controller D-pad is dog shit, and the Joy-Con D-pad, it's not even a D-pad. I don't like it at all.
So I've been all right with the Joy-Con D-pad, I guess, or yeah, but just call it a D-pad because the PS4 has the same thing. It's basically a D-pad.
For what, the Pro Controller kind of style, or
no? The PS4 still has the disconnected left, right, up, down D-pad options that the.
It does, but it's still it's one disc.
Yeah.
So I think the directionals are much easier to still do on a PS4 D-pad. You know. Yeah. And I guess my issue has just been I think the Pro Controller D-pad actually just doesn't do what I want it to do sometimes. I don't know what's up with it, but I have a little 8-bit Do. Have you heard of that company?
I have, yeah.
They had a SNES controller thing, Bluetooth SNES controller.
Oh, the one with the analog sticks, yeah.
No, that one's a bit more expensive. I got the one that was just straight up SNES controller.
Okay, got it. Yeah.
So yeah, and I hooked it up to my Switch. You know, Bluetoothed it up, Bluetooth the controller up, and the D-pad registers as a joystick in that game. So the D-pad on the SNES controller just targets people.
Huh.
Which is really bizarre and not at all what I wanted. So
yeah, that's weird.
My quest for a D-pad, I don't know. I'm probably just gonna pay some guy and mod on my Joy-Cons for a D-pad.
Yeah, that's probably strange.
But yeah, that game's
real Tetris
good.
99 will probably keep playing in the future. It's getting me to use my Switch more than I have since Smash dropped. So
I just love a Tetris game that is so bright and colorful. Like Tetris Effect is cool, but I guess it was always disappointing for me a little bit because I wanted something like that was like Rez. Because Rez is a very cold game aesthetically. That reminds me of Tron. But I guess I like Tetris just to be bright and colorful with that theme. They did a really good remix on the Tetris theme.
They did, yeah. I love how it ramps up too. Like when it hits top 50 and then just it gets super tense.
My bass like explodes during it.
It's great.
It's wonderful. So it's a really, really good game. I'd pay more than what they're offering or what they're asking, rather.
Yeah, I'm really surprised. Like, it's cool that it's being used to sell Switch Online, which, again, I'm all for stuff like this. Please do more. But it feels like it's worth at least, like, $15.
Sure, and there's, like, no microtransactions or stuff like that yet, you know? Nothing crazy CD. Just a really clean, simple menu. You get in there, you play your Tetris, you get out.
Apparently, I forget where I read this, but I think either the menu alludes to this or people data mined it that there are more modes coming.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think in the stats section it says overall, and then if you like right bumper it goes to Tetris 99.
Oh, really?
So I don't know why they'd have 2 tabs for an overall stats and then Tetris 99 stats. If there's no training mode, the only mode you can do is Tetris 99. So I don't know if they're gonna add a solo mode or like
that would be really wonderful if I could play that game on my own, like in a car or something with no Wi-Fi. You know,
that'd be nice. Yeah,
squads would be funny as hell.
I hope they do something, at least duos or something cool.
Yeah. When you mentioned if you thought that like when you just won your game, right, and then after when you play a second game, everyone was targeting you. Is that like the Apex Legends thing where they put winner of last game? something like that.
The kill leader or whatever it is.
Yeah. Speaking of Apex Legends, I just want to say Titanfall 2 was back and better than ever. A lot of people are playing it again, and I'm doing so well. It's great. I think there are some new players online. There's like 10,000 players on Xbox One at any time.
That's really cool.
It's lovely. Yeah, everyone check out that game. Really good single player, really good multiplayer.
It's on sale right now on PSN.
Perfect game. I want to say perfect video game.
It is my favorite first-person shooter.
Yeah.
All time.
I think it only dawned on me recently, but I think I like Titanfall 2 more than Doom, the new Doom. I'm just gonna say it. New Doom's great too, but man, Titanfall 2,
I still haven't played the new Doom.
It's real good.
And yeah, Titanfall 2 is great.
All right. Well, next up, Christian Buckley. I think there were 2 demos that came out last week. One for Yoshi's Crafted World. Is that what it's called?
Yes, it is.
Which one would you like to talk about first? Yoshi's Crafted World or Daemon X Machina? Your pick.
I would like to talk about the one that made me upset.
Was that Daemon X Machina?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, I've heard some stuff.
Yeah, so first off, I want to say ever since the reveal of this, that was last E3, right?
Yes, it was the first thing they showed, I think, right?
It was they opened with this.
Yeah, everyone was like, "What the hell?"
I thought it was so cool.
Yeah, it looked neat. It looked real neat.
Like, I love the vibe. The music's cool. I like the colors, the aesthetic of the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I was excited for this. I was looking forward to it more than most people I've seen online, I guess. Demo let me down.
Yeah.
And I want to preface it all with saying this is still a ways out. June, I think this is when.
They said vaguely summer 2019.
Okay,
but after the demo's reception, I wouldn't be surprised if maybe it's the fall 2019. Who knows?
Yeah, because summer's already kind of packed. But anyway, like, Daemon X Machina it has potential, but it's not there. And my biggest issue, I think, outside of performance issues, which I'm sure hopefully will get ironed out the closer they get to release. It wasn't like anything egregious, but there was a few noticeable frame drops with just movement at some points. But yeah, the biggest issue I can say is like the mech feels like it's nothing. Like, it feels like there's no weight to it. It doesn't have any heft when you're moving. It's so floaty. Shooting people and like I didn't even get play long enough. I think there's 4 missions. I did 2 of them. I don't know if there's melee, but just shooting people in general felt like you're cutting through paper.
Oh man.
Like, it just doesn't feel good, and that's the one thing I would want out of a mech game, you know? I want to feel like a tank. I want to feel like I'm this badass mech pilot, you know? And I think Titanfall, which we were just talking about, does that so well.
Yeah. Like, I think there's a real essential to, you need game feel for a mech game, rather. Like, it's very important that the mechs feel weighty and, I don't know, I sound design, stuff like that, I guess is why I come to mech games, you know? Like, Zone of the Enders does it so well, where the sounds are crunchy, the mechs just move so wonderfully.
Mm-hmm.
That's what, in Titanfall, the mechs, they move so, like, I guess I would call it a chunky movement, you know? It's great. But there's like different styles to mech action, and it seems like this one isn't nailing any of them.
Yeah, it's strange. It's very, like I said, it's very floaty.
Yeah.
And it's not even fast.
Damn.
The way like you would expect floaty kind of to feel. It just feels like you're kind of moving through water, I guess. But like no resistance even.
Oh man.
Like you're moving, but you have a top speed, and once you hit it, it's like, okay, I'm just moving right now. I'm not like feeling anything. I'm just moving. And like there's a really cool thing. There's like a dash, which you can use in the air and on the ground. If you're on the ground, you can do like cool strafe moves with it, and it's like you're roller skating as a mech. That's cool. I like that a lot. But yeah, like there's seeds of cool things. There's seeds of good ideas. I hope they capitalize on what's there and they flesh it out a little more. They did send out surveys to some people who played the game. I did get one of the surveys.
You gonna fill it out? You gonna do your
I did already.
Oh, dope.
The second I got it, I was like, okay, I want to make sure, because I do think there is potential here. I think there's a space for a game like this in Nintendo's library.
The world design looks awesome still. Yeah, you know.
Yeah, characters all seemed cool. They seem very distinct in each of their designs. Like they probably threw like 4 different characters at me, and all of them were distinct. So. And
visually, it just looks wonderful as well. Other than the frame rate, but I think like stills of it still looks really good. You know.
Yeah, I love the color design. Like the
art design seems all really good. I've been trying to figure out why I like Platinum games so much, and rewatching the Astral Chain trailer like 3 times or something. There's like I think they call it hit stun in like fighting games, but it's like a pause when the action, like a pause in combat when you attack someone. Have you ever noticed that? It just looks like a stop motion kind of thing.
Yeah.
I think I don't know. I just love that kind of stuff where it's like slowly attacking and then it pauses and then it goes back. I don't know how to describe it.
I mean, this isn't really like that, but I love one of my favorite feelings of anything in a game last year.
Yeah.
Is knocking someone out in solo Smash Bros.
Oh sure, yeah. There's
just the punch that freezes and then it just zooms in real close and then just knocks him out.
That's totally kind of it, you know. Like and I think
Smash obviously different because that's the end of combat, but
sure. Well, I think Smash actually does have some hit stun stuff in the middle of some moves there. But
yeah, probably.
I don't know. Smash does feel good. Anyways, Yoshi's Crafted World.
That game is a delight.
Oh, cool. That's good to hear.
Yeah, so I was talking to you about this. I don't remember if it was last week. Probably was. But Yoshi's Crafted World is appealing to me because I like having chill games that I can just relax in and take my time with, really get into the vibe. Yoshi's Crafted World is just like overflowing with charm. It's very cute. Pretty straightforward level design. Lots of cool secrets. Well, cool in the fact that you do have to go out of your way still to find them. It's not like in... What was that Mario game where you had like 3 coins per level, like really big coins, and you could clearly see them?
That was 3D World, but it gets a little more complicated.
Right. 3D Land is the DS one, right?
Yes, that's 3DS, yeah.
Okay, yeah, 3D Land, in the standard game, yeah, it was pretty straightforward, but the Secret Worlds, or the second run, was more well hidden, but... Do you like that? Off topic, but I guess like the Mario games that like even Odyssey does this, but like now the real game starts after the credits. I appreciate it.
I think it's fun. I don't know. I guess I'd much rather a more standard progression, like, but maybe just like for the kids.
Yeah, I appreciate it because especially with Odyssey, since that's the specific example you brought up, was Odyssey was, again, a joy to play through. I loved every second of that game.
Sure.
And once I rolled credits, I got to the ending place and saw that. I just explored the hell out of the last area.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, of course.
Once it was like, oh, there's dark side, darker side, all that stuff, I was like, okay, cool. This gives me a reason to come back to it. And I still feel like I accomplished... a task.
Yeah, I mean, it gets challenging, but I guess I just always would rather like honestly 3D World, everyone says it's great, and I'll pick it back up when it comes out on Switch and buy it again, because I enjoyed it, but I just remember like playing it and being like kind of bored until I got to the credits, and then the real game opens up, and I just never really got to it.
Did you play 3D World solo?
I did. I had played it on multiplayer a couple occasions though, and it's a lot of fun. That stuff is great.
Yeah, because I've heard the 3D World is one of the better multiplayer experiences.
Oh yeah, that stuff is cool for sure.
But yeah, Yoshi, I'm probably picking up day one because get just another reason to play something on my Switch. I'm waiting for a new platformer from Nintendo that's just chill, you know.
Yeah.
Tropical Freeze, I'm still chip away at because that's one I want to 100%.
Yeah.
And
do you ever play the levels to get the balloons or whatever, the puzzle pieces instantly?
Yeah, I make sure before I move on I get all of them.
That's fair.
So, Yeah, Yoshi, I'm looking forward to just as a thing I can play casually with maybe people I'm friends with that don't game much.
Oh, it has multiplayer?
It does, yeah.
Oh, okay. I saw a Digital Foundry video on the. Well, I didn't really watch the video. I saw an article summarizing the video, but apparently it's Nintendo's first Unreal Engine 4 game, which is
it
kind of crazy, but also visually the game's art direction looks pretty stunning, but the resolution of the game is like 576p or something.
Is that in docked?
It's like
docked, really.
I think it's honestly. I don't know. It's like I know it's dynamic 720 though for a lot of the case, which I believe the frame rate 60 frames, right?
I think so. Yeah, I played docked for the demo.
Did it look good to you?
I thought it looked fantastic.
Okay, well that's good to hear then.
Yeah,
reading that.
Do you think you're gonna pick it up?
Honestly, no. I just don't know if I like the egg throwing stuff. I just never have.
I think. So this is one of the first Yoshi games I've played. Yeah. I played original Yoshi's Island a little bit, never like to completion or anything. But I guess they've never allowed you to do this before, but the egg throwing now you completely control.
They did that with the. I mean, isn't that the thing with you can aim it with Yoshi's Island on the SNES?
I don't know, because I think or at least what Woolly World, right, was is like you pull up the thing to throw the egg and it gives you like a up and down, time it right to throw it. This gives you full control, like radial, over the entire foreground, background, in front of you, behind you.
Oh, okay.
Of where you throw it, instead of having to wait to line it up right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I guess so. So, did you like the egg throwing stuff then?
Yeah, I thought it was cool. I don't know, again, if this is something new to Yoshi games, but you can interact with stuff in the foreground and background, even though it is a 2D side-scroller.
Oh, cool.
And the eggs are what you use with that.
Is there, like, a momentum to running around? Like, is it a focus... I don't know. I guess with Mario, there's always a pretty solid momentum. You're running left to right. You're always keeping up. You can explore, but there's a level design that if you run through it, it's a pretty clean and fast thing. Is this game kind of something you kind of like waddle around in?
So there's only one level in the demo.
Okay.
And in that level, it was very clear you have a goal to accomplish to reach the end.
Okay.
So specifically, I'll run through it briefly. You reach a certain point in the level. There's a train there that Yoshi has to hop on to get to the ending of the level, or the second half, I guess. And Bowser Jr. and Kamek show up, and they're like, "Wahaha! Train's destroyed. Find the pieces." And 3 pieces get scattered, and then you're into where like the train is stationed. There's probably a grid. I think there's a grid area, and you go through there, and you have to find the 3 pieces of the train. It was fun. It was pretty straightforward. A couple of them were hidden, so it was a lot of interacting with stuff in the environment, throwing eggs at it, killing enemies, stuff like that.
Okay.
But yeah, so I imagine from what they've shown, at least, it looks like there's going to be a main objective to each level. There is still a finish line. And what was cool in the demo, too, I'm assuming they're going to implement this in the main game, too, because of what they said about, like, flipping the level around.
Oh.
There's like a B scenario for the level.
It's like
where,
Celeste.
Kind of, I don't know. It's like, you know Poochie, the dog that Yoshi's buddies know?
I know Poochie.
Okay. So, something happens in the B scenario for whatever level this is.
What, did he get shot?
No, that'd be wild,
okay,
though.
Sorry.
So there's like 3 little Poochies that run off into the level, and you gotta find them.
All right.
And then you're going reverse through the level from the other perspective of it.
Yeah.
So yeah. That's pretty much it. It's a fun game. It's chill. It's relaxed. I'm into it. So.
Yeah, I hope it's good for fans of the Yoshi genre. Yeah. Anyways, next up we got news to talk about. You ready?
I'm ready for the news.
Breaking news. Dreams, that game that they announced. What was it in 2013 with the PS4? Is that when they announced that?
2013 was the one I was gonna pull out. So.
Yeah, with February that PS4 reveal. That's when they showed off Dreams, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah, and now it's what 2019 February. I guess 6 years after that, they announced Dreams is going to come out in early access after 6 years in spring of 2019.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a package that's apparently going to be $30 called the Creators Pack. And what's interesting is that apparently there's going to be limited copies.
Yeah, I read that.
So it's like,
do we know what that means?
It very well could be a thing where it's like, hey everyone, if you buy this game this week, hey everyone, you got one chance to buy this game and it's this weekend, something like that. Or honestly, some of the stuff was implying that they have a number in mind, so it could be that it's only up for like 5 hours and it's gone.
Dang.
Or like because the copies run out. I don't know. But yeah, definitely don't go to definitely stay home that day rather, and make sure you pick that up.
Wait for the store to update.
Yeah, F5. Mm-hmm. It's like a friggin' poster drop or something like that. Goddamn.
Yeah, it's an interesting approach for a first-party Sony game.
Well, I mean, they called it early access, which Sony historically does not allow, right? Other than Fortnite. Fortnite was the one exception.
One, I think. Yeah.
So now first party, and this is coming out spring 2019. Honestly, I'm very excited.
Me too. I've been excited for Dreams since. I want to say 2 E3s ago.
Sure. I mean, I was always curious because I think Media Molecules might be like the most interesting video game developer possibly out there.
They have a very good track record. Interesting track record, at least.
Right. And I didn't really love Tearaway that much. And I didn't really even play a little bit Planet 2 for some reason. So
I played 2 and I dug 2. I never played 3, but that was someone else, right?
That was Sumo, who just put out Crackdown 3.
Oh, okay.
And
it's all coming back.
I blame that more on I think Microsoft than I do Sumo, but I don't know how this stuff works.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Dreams because I bought a VR headset.
Yeah.
I was talking to my friend earlier. I'm not sure because of how they've talked about Dreams and VR recently. Do we know if VR is going to be compatible day one with this early access version, or are they going to patch that into a full release?
They haven't said. Honestly, I don't even. They announced that the game has VR support, right? They totally did that once.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but they don't really mention it, and it wasn't in that beta, and it definitely wasn't mentioned in that blog post today. So I would assume it's not in the early access, personally.
That's upsetting.
It's upsetting, but I think that game stands on. I think the 2D stuff without the VR headset, to me, I think the VR stuff would be cool in that, but I think it's just as compelling without it for some reason. I just want
definitely.
I just want those creation tools, and I want to see what crazy stuff people make. And
yeah, for sure.
Honestly, if someone if some 19-year-old or something online makes some creepy ass horror thing for VR headsets, that's probably gonna be the scariest thing ever. I don't know what that 19-year-old's gonna be thinking. But a studio with producers and stuff like that, they probably have to put a limit on it. But some dork, I don't know. I don't think I can handle VR with Dreams for at least a bit.
Yeah, I'm really curious because I do think Dreams is crazy potential, and
that last beta looked amazing. I wasn't into it.
It did, the Dead Space stuff and all that.
Yeah, man, that PT, it had the same radio. Honestly, what I really want is I wanted to use those music creation tools.
It's so crazy that there's so many things people are interested about it, because what you just said about that, I really want it just for the sculpting aspect, because I feel like that's going to be awesome to just throw some music on, put a VR headset on, chill out, and just sculpt things with the tools they have in there.
And I think I tried doing that with Oculus for their sculpting stuff, and my issue there is I think the Oculus stuff is probably not going to be as nearly as intuitive as the PlayStation stuff.
Yeah.
I think Media Molecule will probably have to go through some efforts to make it as easy and accessible for everyone. That's where I'm really most excited for it. The accessibility stuff.
Yeah, and as both of us are interested in the industry, obviously. So as someone who's interested in tangentially learning some sort of stuff about game design. I feel like that's going to be a cool tool to see it from a new perspective, because like I've taken a couple classes and stuff, so I have a basic understanding. But something like this, which seems like it's blowing away a lot of actual developers on how crazy unique it is just going to be awesome.
Honestly, what I would most like to do is see if I can just like do some animation stuff with it, you know?
Yeah, that'd be awesome too. Like I wonder if there's going to be like shorts. I'm sure there will be.
I think there will be, yeah. I would bet on that. So honestly, I think there was shorts in the beta. I can confirm it.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
This is like all that's very exciting. Is like as somebody who does like being creative but doesn't have all the tools sometimes, I feel like Dreams is gonna be awesome.
Are you gonna get move controllers when it comes out?
I am, yeah, because originally I said I wanted to have a VR headset by the time Dreams came out, and then I ended up buying the headset for Tetris.
Right.
So I changed the whole stance to I want to have Move ones by the time Dreams comes out.
Yeah.
So
will you be trying to buy this $30 edition when it comes out?
I think so. Just so I can get in ground level and see what it's all about.
Right. I should mention that this should be the price. Like, if you buy in early access, you will get the full game when it comes out, and that will probably be full priced. So
I assumed that's what they were gonna do.
Yeah. So yeah, really excited. I'm glad it's coming out. Next up, we have Square Enix expects to release another big title by the end of 2019. This was in some conference call, I don't know, end of quarter stuff like that. Basically, I'm just going to ask you, what do you think it could be? The popular theories are Avengers or Final Fantasy VII.
Okay, so I forget when it was, but I'm pretty sure within the last year or so, there was another Square Enix meeting where they said they were going to have a pretty decent like surge in their stock worth around June.
Okay. For E3?
Probably. So I'm assuming that's when we're going to see whatever this game is, or maybe it does a shadow release or something.
Oh yeah.
I really don't know, because I know a lot of people like to say that Final Fantasy VII Remake is pushed to PS5 now, next gen.
Yeah.
I could see it. It's because it's been so long, and I know like Kingdom Hearts just dropped, and there was that whole thing switching from CyberConnect 2. So I don't know.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, you're right. It just seems like everything I hear about Square Enix is some serious like development issues in terms of like passing off the developers. I personally thought that there's probably like still very little on Final Fantasy VII on the remake that's been done. Maybe there's more. I don't know. I don't think it's that game, honestly.
Do you think it's still episodic?
Yeah, probably.
Because if it's episodic, I could realistically see a world where the first release of this is just Midgard, and then the escape at the end, because that's a perfect place to cut it off.
Yeah, it could be like a Ground Zeroes thing, then the rest are like two Phantom Pains.
Maybe. I don't know, but like Avengers with that too. It's weird.
I feel like Avengers, there's definitely something going on with that thing too.
Yeah, because
like they were going to announce it last year, right?
Well, they technically they did announce it.
Oh, they announced it, but they're going to have a reveal of it, I guess.
Right. So yeah, because there was that announcement trailer in January of 2017, I want to say.
Okay.
And it was like 30 seconds long. Some woman did a voiceover for it. Who knows what the character was, but it was like Avengers iconography, CG trailer. Ever since then, silence. So I don't know, like, it could have got pushed. It could have, like, they could have seen Spider-Man and realized they had to retool some things. I really don't know, because
honestly, that's
Crystal
the theory
and
I
Eidos,
heard.
right?
What's up?
It's Crystal and Eidos.
Crystal, what's their
Dynamics.
Called? Yeah, Crystal Dynamics, yeah. But
is Eidos helping them?
I think Eidos doesn't technically exist, right? Because that's just Square Enix USA.
Okay, maybe then. I don't know.
But yeah, I think. Well, the rumor was Square Enix was making that. Crystal Dynamics was making the Avengers game, and then Montreal. Is that Square Enix Montreal or Eidos Montreal?
Eidos Montreal.
Okay, let's say that then. They did the Deus Ex game, the last one, and then I think they just did the Tomb Raider one, Shadow of the Tomb Raider.
Yeah, they did.
And then I think the theory is that the Deus Ex team is now making a Guardians of the Galaxy game.
Yeah, that's what I remember hearing.
Yeah, so I don't know. I definitely think that they saw Spider-Man, because the theory is the Avengers game is like a loot shooter, right?
Mm-hmm.
I bet they saw Spider-Man and then decided that it needs more of a single-player component. I could see that.
I really don't know, because also, like, I feel like you also have to consider that for 2019, the biggest Marvel property that's not related to the films so far is Ultimate Alliance 3.
Oh, you
which
mean
is also
yeah. Sure.
Avengers game technically. It's like it stars the Avengers, the X-Men are there too, but like it's a Marvel team up game.
Right.
And it's an exclusive. And it's coming out in the summer. So like I don't know how Marvel Games works because there really hasn't been much outside of mobile stuff that besides Spider-Man. So, yeah, I really don't know. Like maybe Square just has some crazy new thing they want to drop on us.
Maybe it's the thing they're teaming up with Microsoft on, because they got Nintendo partnerships and Sony partnerships for Marvel stuff, right?
Yeah, I really
no Microsoft
don't know.
thing. I don't know.
But
Anyways,
sure.
So,
wrapping up, I guess. Yeah, because like Square, if you think about their properties, like, do you think they could drop a new Nier? I don't feel like that would be a huge, like, groundbreaking thing that they're talking about now, at least.
No, I think it's definitely something Final Fantasy related or Marvel related.
Yeah, like that.
They have no other IPs. Like they're not gonna like. We were talking about Chrono Trigger last week. That's not gonna do it.
No.
I don't know. I don't know what a big Square IP is, honestly, other than those two right now.
I mean, Dragon Quest Definitive S is this fall.
Right, but I think that'll do well in Japan and might do well in America, but that's definitely not it.
Yeah.
I
really don't know.
Parasite Eve isn't gonna do it. What has Square Enix even done recently, man? They did Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
They can't put out Kingdom Hearts 4 in the summer, even though that would do gangbusters probably.
Yeah, I mean, like DLC, but I don't think that's what they're talking about.
Yeah, I don't think Final Mix is gonna save them for this year's financials. But
yeah, probably not.
Yeah, let's move on to this. I guess is this the big story this week? This Nintendo revival of a canceled game. This is some report by someone at Game Informer. I don't know if you know his name.
It is Imran Khan.
Yeah, he mentioned it on, was it the Kind of Funny podcast?
He was on Kind of Funny Games Daily, yeah. And he mentioned something.
So he said something that Nintendo is apparently reviving some game that was publicly canceled, and
like he made a big deal about it, or not? He didn't make a big deal, but he made it clear that it was a well-known canceled game.
Right. So it seems like a big deal. Like this got the internet in a real tizzy, and we've been talking about it. I don't know. The popular theories are like Scalebound, right? Which is that that Platinum game that Platinum was making with Microsoft that didn't work out and got canceled in a pretty spectacular fashion.
Very interesting. I found this out.
Yeah.
So Scalebound originally started as a game for the Wii.
Oh, really?
That was about a girl who had some, like, she was like a girl who had a sword and she tamed a dinosaur.
Huh.
And that was the original idea for Scalebound. It was going to be a motion Wii game. Well,
supposedly it's his dream game, right?
Yeah, that sort of concept about like teaming up with some kind of reptile, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, it eventually evolved into, I think it was, they had the idea for that, they had the idea for Bayonetta, they did Bayonetta first, this got shelved, and then it eventually turned into Scalebound as we know it.
Yeah, Platinum started with like Mad World, right? Was that their first game?
You know Platinum better than I do.
Okay, yeah, sorry. I was reading the thread about this, and someone mentioned this really good idea for that Banjo-Kazooie remake. Have you heard of this? It's basically, apparently they're developing a remake of Banjo-Kazooie for the Xbox, the original Xbox, that throughout the game, Banjo and Kazooie would eventually realize that they were in a remake of the first game. That's amazing. Why didn't that happen?
That's funny though, because they did remake Conker.
Right, they did.
I wonder what happened there. Then.
That was a straight up remake, except they added some like censorship stuff, right?
I think so.
I don't know.
And like some Matrix jokes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny you say that though, because Banjo, I don't have a huge history with Banjo.
Oh, really?
No.
Why did I think you were a big Banjo nut?
It's because I love DK64.
Oh, okay.
Matt is a huge Banjo fan. I know
that. Yeah, I know that.
Actually, the first Banjo game I ever owned, I ended up buying one of them when I had a 360 for a little while, but the first one I owned was Nuts and Bolts.
Hey man, you got the best one. I'm not even joking.
I really liked it.
People are gonna play around about this all fucking day, but look, that's the best Banjo game. That's the best game ever made. I'm not even joking.
Yeah, dude. I had a great time with it. It came with that. Came with Viva Pinata. I was having a blast.
Yeah.
Good game.
Cool. Glad we're clear on that. I guess I'm just gonna mention this, but some people also think it's Silent Hills, which would be funny as hell, and they should do that. I don't know.
Sorry, what did you say?
Sorry, some people think that it's Silent Hills.
Oh, okay.
Which would be funny. I don't think anyone wants that game without Kojima and Del Toro though at this point, or Junji Ito. You know?
Yeah.
So
yeah, I really don't know.
That's the thing I have with the Scalebound rumor though, is that it just like doesn't that. If Nintendo buys Scalebound, isn't that bad PR for like everyone involved? Like,
I don't know.
Microsoft,
because Microsoft doesn't own the IP anymore, right?
That's the rumor, is that they don't own the trademark or something.
Yeah.
But
because I could see that if it was Konami as like one of his dream games, and he was like, "Hey, if you cancel, just like let me have the name still."
But does it have to be called Scalebound, and does it have to be that same aesthetic? Unless he develops some still prototypes of like mechanics he wants for Microsoft's library now.
Yeah, I don't know. This entire like report is just
it's bizarre. And we should say that the Game Inform guy did not say that the Scalebound thing. He didn't say that at all. It was someone else.
Right? Yeah, it was. Somebody else ran with it.
Yeah.
He also, though, if you want to spread some credibility on his name, he I think around the Game Awards said that the next Zelda is coming sooner than we think, and now we know 2019 is Link's Awakening.
Sure.
So he knows things.
If you want to spread some credibility against his name, that guy totally said that the remember that oval Switch controller.
Oh, was that him?
He said that thing was real, or he said that the sources he knows are freaking out about it because they think it's real. But I don't know. I won't hold it against him. You know, let's be nice to. He's a good guy, probably. I'm sure. You know, he's a great guy. He posts on those forums. He's cool. Sorry. Anyways, anything else you want to talk about this canceled game thing?
I feel like we could just go in circles on that because I have no clue.
Everyone said anything. Yeah.
Like, I tried finding some notable games that were canceled, and there wasn't much I could find that seemed reasonable to me.
Saw someone like saying Project Hammer's coming back. I don't think that's happening. I don't know.
I did see people say something about F-Zero or that Metroid game that got canceled, Metroid Dread or whatever it was called.
What?
I don't know what it is. I think it is literally just a title.
Oh, Metroid Dread?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think the only issue is the idea that it's a publicly known canceled game would disqualify that, right?
I think so, yeah.
So, I don't know. I hope it's good, whatever it is. Nintendo usually puts out good games, but I heard that Daemon X Machina isn't so hot. And next up, the NPD.
Marry me with my money.
Right. We got the NPD reports.
Mr. Wall Street, what's up with this?
So I will pull this up. I pulled a few little factoids from this month's NPD report, which recaps January of 2019. Follow Matt Piscatella on Twitter if you are interested in this stuff, because he always does a huge breakdown every month. Very good info. A few highlights I saw. Kingdom Hearts 3 was the best-selling game of January, followed by Resident Evil 2. At second place, third is New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe. Fourth is Black Ops 4, and fifth is Smash Ultimate. Interesting fact about Kingdom Hearts: the last time a Kingdom Hearts game was the chart topper was in April 2006 when Kingdom Hearts 2 dropped.
What?
And yeah.
You're telling me Birth by Sleep didn't top the charts in 2011 or 10?
It did
2009?
not.
You're telling me Dream Drop Distance and top the charts?
No, it did not.
You're
I'm
telling
actually,
me 358 divided by 2 didn't top the charts with respect to the month?
It did not.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I am a little surprised that none of the DS games, for how big that
system was?
install base was. Yeah, I'm surprised none of the Kingdom Hearts games, on the DS at least, had a huge month of success.
Well, I think the problem with those were like, they weren't really. Okay, please don't fight me. Were they, other than the story, were they good games?
358 is all right. The clear superior best one out of all of them is Birth by Sleep.
Right.
And that was on PSP, and by the time Birth by Sleep came out, nobody was using PSPs anymore.
Or if they were, they weren't paying for games.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So, the last little fact I pulled out, though, was that in January, the Switch was the best-selling hardware, and it has the best January sales numbers of any console this generation.
Damn.
Switch is doing good.
What even came out in January? Oh, I guess it's still Smash hype, probably.
Yeah, and like leftover Christmas money. Gift
Mark
cards.
my words, though, if Days Gone to come out in January, that Switch would not have that record. Let me tell you straight up.
Days Gone does good on YouTube. I'll tell you that.
I don't know what the hell it is with that game. Like, it's like, I see threads about it sometimes, and there's like, everyone just starts posting in it like, can't wait for all the haters to show up. Where are the haters now? Come on, haters, come out and play. And then the haters show up, and they're like, I don't think this game looks good. And the guys are the fans are like, what the hell? Why are you in my thread? I don't know. There's something about that game's like discourse and hype cycle. Just really puts me off.
See, with Days Gone, the initial reveal, I was like, oh sweet, it looks cool.
Yeah.
Like, cool idea. I think it's the fact of it has taken so long since its announcement, and the fact that whenever I think of it, I think of like the 3 Microsoft zombie IPs.
What are those? Gears of War? And,
no, like what is it? They just had Undead Labs, whatever game they made.
State of Decay, of course.
State of Decay, Dead Rising 3. I got the same vibe.
Sure.
So yeah, I don't know.
Wait,
I'm sure it's gonna be fun.
Is there a third zombie IP from Microsoft?
There probably is. I don't.
You're probably right. I don't know.
I think I just got Dead Rising 3 and 4 split up in my head as 2 different.
There was some. Oh, yeah, that counts. Sure. There was some zombie game made on the Bungie engine that came out in like 2006, and I think they actually are bringing it to PSVR as of like last year's or 2 years ago's PSX. Do you know what this game is?
What's it called?
No, I don't know. It's some zombie game made on the Bungie engine that came out in like 2006.
I'm not familiar. No.
I wish I knew the name. I'm sorry. It's just really.
The only VR zombie game I know is Arizona Sunshine, but I don't think.
Oh right. There's I guess Resident Evil 7 doesn't have zombies in it, so.
Oh, true, yeah.
I guess. Did we talk about how Destiny and Bungie and Activision split?
That was like a week before I think we started.
All right. Well, okay. Next up, Pokemon speculation. Christian Buckley, there's probably going to be a new Pokemon game this year. Well, there will be. They announced it like 2 years ago. It won't get delayed.
I know. I don't think it's going to get delayed, but...
I saw some shit this week that someone was like, oh, there's no way Luigi's Mansion, Animal Crossing, and Pokemon come out this year. Which one gets delayed? I will bet my life those games all come out this year.
We already got it delayed, and it was Metroid Prime.
Yeah, and Fire Emblem got delayed. Look, those games are coming out. Just because you didn't see Luigi's Mansion in the Direct does not mean it's not coming out this year.
Yeah.
It's coming out.
They're the E3 games.
Yeah.
So it's pretty straightforward.
Exactly.
But yeah. So Pokemon. Pokemon Rumors. I love Pokemon Rumors so much.
Yeah, they're fun. God, there's some real good ones that like someone makes a fake Pokemon or something and everyone's like, what the hell is that?
It's so good. I love them so much. I remember last the last time we did this, I think, when we were waiting. I think it's when we were waiting for Let's Go, or it was when we were waiting for Sun.
Let's Go. The Let's Go rumors were like the most like infuriating thing because.
Do you remember?
Everything has sounded so bad about it. Remember that? Yeah.
I think it was before it was even revealed. People thought it was Gen 8.
Yeah.
Remember? Because
totally.
there was that fake of like the platypus water Pokemon.
I can't remember.
Awesome.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, and it was like some fire rabbit. But yeah, Pokemon is awesome because they always have really fun leak hype cycles. I love them so much.
Yeah.
It's starting up finally for Gen 8. We got some rumors. I don't know where you want to start with this. So.
Well, first up, may I tell a story about a real good Pokemon experience I had?
Go for it.
The summer of Pokemon Go was it summer 2016. It's like we made friends with this kid at the park. His name was Brian. He was really into Pokemon Go, and one day he told me, "Hey Omar, there's a new Pokemon announced. It's a dead Pikachu." And I told him, like hell there is. Then like 6 months later, Sun and Moon came out, and there was like a ghost Pikachu in there. So I'm sorry to that guy. That's all I have to say.
I love that one. That one is so cool. I wish it was stronger, but I love that thing.
Mimikyu is that their name?
Mimikyu, yeah.
Yeah. Cool design. Mm-hmm. What's great about Pokemon Rumors is that like you don't know what they're gonna do. Like, oh, they made a purple bird, or someone leaked this purple bird. Is it real or not? I don't know. It could all happen. It could all happen.
It's also so good because when something does leak and then someone like stakes their credibility on it, they make these crazy stances like, this is the fakest thing ever. I could have designed this. A 7-year-old could have designed this logo. And then like 3 months later, it's like, oh, turns out that was right.
Yeah, it's so good.
It's so fun.
Oh, man.
So the rumor right now is that Pokemon 2019 Gen 8 Pokemon for the Switch is called Pokemon King and Pokemon Queen, which is a pretty sweet name. I'm actually like that.
So you think you're gonna put your stake on King and Queen and not Crown and Scepter? Is that what I'm hearing?
I believe either.
What do you want to bet, sir? Okay, fuck. If you take either, then we can't do this. But I don't know.
I think Crown and Scepter is more of a Pokemon name because it's like a thing.
My thing with King and Queen is like it feels like they're gonna. I don't think they would gender the Pokemon games.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
I don't know.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because, like, Sun, Moon, objects, I guess Pikachu, Eevee, objects, everything else has been a thing, not really a title.
I like all the Pokemon names, I think. I like X and Y. I like Sun and Moon. I thought that was cute.
Yeah, me too. I like that.
Again, I think I mentioned this to you on the text, but, like, it is infuriating when they don't have third versions for these really good ideas. Like, how did they not make Pokemon Eclipse? I don't know. And how did they not make... Well, I know it was because they wanted to make a sequel. Like, Pokemon Gray was right there.
Yeah.
It was right there.
So, King and Queen or Crown and Scepter, if you choose to believe the digging that some people did for something we're about to talk about, or a 4chan post of some logo that said Crown and Scepter. Yeah,
we should mention, or at least I'm going to mention, I don't believe any of this shit. So don't come to me in 3 months and say like you were wrong.
Yeah, so Masuda, the guy who's in charge of all the big league Pokemon things.
I believe he directed Let's Go as well, right?
I think so. No,
I think the story was that he's like the Pokemon guy, but Let's Go was the first one he directed in like since Fire Red or something like that. I don't know.
I can't comment on that, but I would believe it.
I'll put my stake on it.
So he tweeted out a picture of Pokemon Go. This isn't any of the specifics about what people broke down about it because it's kind of crazy, but they he posted a Twitter screenshot of Pokemon Go of Weedle with a CP number. He had a weight to him. He had a bunch of Stardust in his account, something like that. People took the numbers because of course they did, and put them into the Pokedex. I think the CP number was for Nidoking.
Okay.
The weight was the Pokedex number for... Oh, sorry, I think it was Slowking.
Oh.
The number for the weight of the Weedle was Vespiquen. So it's like, oh, that's a crazy coincidence. These two numbers make King and Queen. Something's here. Which...
Oh! Shit!
Oh, did you not know that part?
No, I didn't. I mean, honestly, I didn't read this article. Like,
yeah, dude.
I can't believe any of it, even though it's fun. It's like
right, because like in the past, he has sort of played with his audience about titles. Remember, there was that he took the picture of like Pikachu and Eevee costumes, and it's like, oh, having a fun day today, or something like that.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's very cryptic with a lot of like teases for things.
Yeah.
So there's also a person who, for what it's worth, predicted a handful or most of their tweets that we saw were correct predictions for the things that got revealed in the Nintendo Direct. A lot of them were very vague, like you said.
You gotta say though, like, I hope he can delete those tweets afterwards. The ones that are wrong. I don't know who this guy is, but he did tweets. He tweeted Star Fox. I think that was fucked up because there was a Star Fox update, but it was on. It wasn't Grand. We should say, because last week you said Grand Prix was real. It probably isn't. I'm sorry, but I don't believe that guy.
So they also tweeted out Pokemon soon. That was it. And
which,
on the
like,
27th,
we know Pokemon's gonna come soon, right? Am I crazy?
I mean, I don't know.
It's coming out. It has to be soon.
I mean, you could also say like they also tweeted at the end of January. At the end of January, they tweeted next month, and I think it was like around the 24th. They said direct next month or something like that. So like there is some very vague things you can look at. Okay. But for what it's worth, Pokemon Day is this coming week.
May the force be with you.
Exactly. February 27th, I think.
Okay.
Or the 26th, I'm not exactly sure. I think it's 27th in Japan. There's going to be a Treehouse stream on that day, unspecified what the topic is, but chances are all right that we might maybe get at least a title or something. I don't know.
I remember Sun and Moon being announced, like, it was either March or I want to say May, honestly.
I don't remember, but I do remember when it was announced. You and I were in one of our classes we had together senior year, and
it was in high school, yeah.
Yeah, I had the stream pulled up, and it was him sitting in front of a bunch of Pokemon plushies.
Right, and was there like a whiteboard or something? Was it like a little 4-minute trailer that they didn't like announce?
I think it was a trailer that the original games were coming to the eShop or like one of something like that.
Right.
And then it was like, oh, Pokemon Sun, Pokemon Moon, more details later.
Yeah.
So again, not a ton to go on. It's a little too close to be just a coincidence that I thought with the whole King Queen thing. But yeah, who knows? I'm excited to see what Pokemon is going to be. There is also somebody who is worth mentioning as well. Somebody who's prolific on Reset Era. I think King Zell, right?
Yeah. He seems to be reputable from what I've seen.
Yeah. He is the one who said the thing about the Direct being on the 13th, right?
Yeah. Or he said... Yeah, I'm pretty sure he said 13th or 14th, something like that.
I think he said like 13 is a lucky number or something like that.
That's it.
So they got that right. I think they also got a handful of what showed up in the Direct right on a post. And people took that as more evidence that it's like, oh, he has a good track record. And they looked back and saw that he claimed this year's Pokemon game is the Breath of the Wild for Pokemon. So take with that what you will.
I wish, man.
I just want a right analog stick camera. That's it.
I would love for them to do something crazy with Pokemon. But I think there's an argument that people really don't want that as well. But yeah. I'm ready, dude. I want something fresh.
Like, yeah, I think my biggest thing, because I think we're both pretty big Pokemon fans, right?
I have in past liked the Pokemon game quite a bit. I go through phases, but like when I get into one, I get very much into it. I just need breaks, you know? Like, I still haven't finished Let's Go yet, even though it's really good.
Yeah, I fell off at Gen 5 to Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. That's when I hopped back in.
Yeah.
And I've played all of them except for Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon since then. So, yeah, I'm excited. I do wish, like you said, for them to do something crazy. At least something like... I know... it like the DNA of the original games, even the DS games, are still very much in there as far as how the world feels.
Yeah.
So I wish they would try to shed that this is the chance they have to do it. Because Let's Go was a remake. This is a brand new thing. This is their chance to really pull a Breath of the Wild, I guess. So I wish they would at least do something.
Did you ever play XD Gale of Darkness?
I played Coliseum.
Okay. I think XD Gale of Darkness was supposed to be like... Isn't it like straight up a Pokemon game, but just for a GameCube?
So...
Like, it's got like catching Pokemon and stuff, right? And
with Coliseum... Yeah. With Coliseum, there's an overworld, there's trainer battles, there's no wild Pokemon. There's a story-related thing where some trainers have, like, corrupted dark Pokemon, and you can only capture them. So you, like, steal a dark Pokemon, you cleanse them, and then they're on your team.
Okay.
So, like, close. I don't know if XD improved on that or did more of the same thing, but...
I should really emulate it one of these days, because I was always curious about it.
Coliseum is the reason why Umbreon and Espeon are my favorite Eevee evolutions.
Oh.
Because those were your two main dudes.
Did you ever get Battle Revolution on the Wii?
I did.
Yeah, that game, I pre-ordered that game. Because when I got my Wii, after months of waiting, GameStop had it one day, and then he was like, hey, you want to pre-order this? I was like, I guess so.
Yeah, I think I got it for a birthday once, and I just played it all night. I transported my team in there, and...
Yeah, I think my Empoleon is still stuck in that Wii.
Oh, dang.
I don't know. Yeah.
But yeah, that does it for Pokemon stuff. Expect something soon, probably. Sure. I don't know.
I'm excited. Anyways, how are we doing on time, Christian Buckley?
We are... So I started the timer a little bit into the Tetris conversation, so I think we're close to an hour right now.
Okay. So let's close this out real quick with a little not video game related thing. Christian, the Oscars are this weekend?
They are.
Yeah, I don't... Look, the Oscars are kind of shitty. they kind of suck a lot.
Let Jeff Keighley produce it.
Yeah, or something. I don't know, honestly. They gotta do something. But next, what is it? They're gonna do the thing. I think no one's hosting after Kevin Hart was an idiot, and the nominees are what? There's A Star Is Born, Bohemian Rhapsody, Green Book, Vice, Roma,
Black Panther,
Black Klansman. What am I missing? I should have wrote these down. I thought I could do it.
There's no animated stuff. I'm not sure what else.
God damn it! Oh, let me do this again. Bohemian Rhapsody, Green Book, Vice, Roma, Black Klansman,
right?
The Favorite, and I think that's it, right? Did we get them all?
I think so.
All right, well that's the Oscar nominees. Christian, what do you think is going to win the Best Picture? What do you want to win? What do you think is going to win?
So I still have to watch a handful of these.
Sure. I also have to. I have to watch a handful of them, but I don't think I will. But I'll get into that later.
It seems like the underdog out of all of these is The Favorite.
Well, The Favorite reminds me. It feels like a little bit of a Shape of Water position, in that like none of these movies, I guess people really, or in the Academy perspective, anyone really has a particular fondness for. But I can see The Favorite being the one that gets like gained up on. Like that's the one everyone kind of gets attached to, maybe, and that might win.
So, yeah, I would like to see that win. I still have to see it, but I know a lot of people I know really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I think The Favorite's good.
I have a feeling. I don't know if this is worth anything at all, but I have a feeling they're gonna give it to Black Panther.
Yeah, and they should.
Yeah.
Give the Best Picture to Black Panther. That's what I want. And you know what? I think it's going to happen. They're going to do it.
I think it's going to happen too.
It's going to do it. All right. Well, that's going to take us out then probably. Bye.
See ya.